Alright guys, so here's another video for how to be creative with your Hexalister and your shop. Okay, so what I did is that I create 3 Google Sheets as a database in Hexalister. Okay, one is automotive, Hexalister, garden, and tool. So these are the 3 sheets that I create to be connected to. So right now I'm connected to tool, so I'm going to switch it to automotive. Okay, and hit check right here. Alright, so I got 2 items from automotive, so it writes to the automotive sheet, and I also add some item in the tool Hexalister sheet. There's another 2, and the garden Hexalister sheet. Okay, so it's 2, and each of them I have to create a shop Google sheet and a tool shop Google sheet, and then a garden shop Google sheet. Okay, so they are independent; they're not the same. So, and I also have one called Master Shop. Okay, so let me explain you what I'm going to do. So currently I'm default to the database to the Hexalister automotive Hexalister sheet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to Amazon. I'm searching for automotive item because I'm going to add this Hexalister. I can make sure that I'm default to this Hexalister Google Sheet, right? Where I write all my data. This is my database. So the name convention for the database in Hexalister is just that you're going to give it a name and then just put the word Hexalister, because we do have another sheet that is not Hexalister. It's called shop. Okay, that's for your Facebook shop. So make sure you put that kind of name convention so you know exactly which one you look at. So if I add this item, let me optimize this really quick. Okay, I'm not going to look at the description, and I'm going to add this to Hexalister. And when I do that, when I open up in my automotive sheet right now, I have a total of 3 items, right? Okay, so if you look at the automotive sheet, I have 3 items, okay, as you can see. So what we need to do is that we need to push these data into the shop Google Sheet, because the shop Google Sheet is that when we create, if you go into, for example, you have a shop called automotive, right? You have to create a data source, and then you have to provide them this Google Sheet link. Okay, you got to give them that share link. Okay, that's how Shop is reading your automotive Google Sheet. Okay, so you do that for every shop. So if you have a shop called Tool Shop or something like that, you need to create a data source, and then you have to provide them the data source with this this link here as well. Okay, so let's say you have 3 shops in on shop. One is called automotive shop, one is called tool shop, and one's called garden shop. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is that I need to take the Hexalister database automotive, and I need to throw it in here, right? This is the format we need to throw in here with the format template that they want. Okay, so in order to do that is you open Hexalister, you click on this icon here, okay, for Facebook icon, that brings you over here. So what this template is doing is looking what currently Hexalister is default to. It's default to automotive, right? And it's asking you, do you want listed or unlisted, right? So right now I have 3 listed, nothing unlisted. So I'm just use listed because I fully optimized them. And then it asks you which shop do you want to push those data to. So I'm going to put it, select automotive, and I just click on this button here. And if you look at the automotive shop, you have 3 records. So this is the format template that they want, right? Shop can only read if I have to put the ID here, the title here, description here. If you look at Hexalister, the title is in column D, but on the shop template, they want it on column B. I just reformat and put it here for you. So I'm going to do the same for the other ones. So I'm going to push the tool database listing in Hexalister to tool shop. Okay, so in order for me to do that, I need to default it back to tool, hit confirm, close, hit save. Okay, so now I'm connecting to the tool database, okay, in Hexalister. So, but I'm not going to push this data to the tool shop. So let's go back into the template. Let's refresh one more time. In my tool database currently that I'm looking at, default to, I have 2 listed right now, and this time I'm going to push it to the tool shop. Okay, and I click on update my Facebook shop Google Sheets. So if I go to my tool shop Google Sheet, I have 2 items in here. You see that? So I'm going to do the same for the garden. I'm going to push that data into the garden shop. Okay, so let's go back into Hexalister, click on the setting, change that to garden, confirm, close, and hit save. Okay, so now I'm pulling the garden information. Okay, I'm connecting to that sheet now, which is this sheet. Okay, now I need to push those data into the garden shop. Okay, let's go back to here. Let's refresh this one more time. I have 2 in the listed status for garden. So right now it's looking at the garden Hexalister sheet. Okay, so I'm going to push it to your shop. So I'm going to choose garden shop. Okay, all these are being created already in our template. So you know, if you actually are inside Hexalister, you understand how to create them. I'm going to click on this button here, and then you look at the shop. There's those 2 items now. Now each of the shop will connect to this sheet, right? Garden shop sheet. A tool shop in Facebook shop. It's connected to the tool. So you have 3 stores, right? One is called automotive. It's connecting to the sheet via data source with a URL link. So your shop will get 3 items in your shop from this sheet. And then you have another shop, maybe you call it tool shop. And it's also connected via data source. So it reads 2 of these in your shop. Okay, so that shop has 2 items. The same for garden shop, right? You have a garden shop on Facebook that's connected via data source with the Google Sheet URL. So that shop we have 2. Now here's the cool thing about this whole process. I create a new Google Sheet and I call it Master Shop. And what Master Shop is it's going to read, right, with a formula that I have, which is query import range. You can actually read all 3 shops, automotive, tool, and garden shop, and put it all that into one. So let me show you how that works. So if somehow we add more items to garden, okay? So if you look at the master shop, we currently have how many? 7 items, right? 3, 2, 2, right? 3 from the automotive, 2 from the garden, 2 from tool. So let's say you have more items in garden. So let me copy this row just for to show you what it does. So I add another one to garden. So we have 3 in automotive, 3 in garden, and then 2 in tool. So it's a total of 8, right? So look at the master shop now. It populated right away, right? It pulled the data right away. So you have 8 records. So let's do the tool as well. Okay, pretend you add more items to tools, just like that. Look at your master shop. It has 9 now. That's 10 minus the header, of course, right? So you see how it works. So imagine this. You can have 3 shops, and then 1 is the master shop, right? So you have a 4th one called, you know, general store or something like that. And what you do is you pull all your records, right? All your listing from all the 3 shops and reads it. It reads automatically from those 3 shops, put into one master shop, and then your master shop, you create a data source and you only provide them this link. And that particular general store shop will have all these into one shop. So he'd be selling what? Tools, garden, automotive. So yeah, that's just I want to show you. But I have some more coming, some really nice, cool tricks here and there with Google Sheet. Because if you understand Google Sheet, you can really just play with this, and so that's what I'm trying to do with Hexalister, right? I know it's a lot of it's a big learning curve, but I don't want you to come in Hexalister and just make things simple for you. That's not my thing. I want you to think outside the box and make things complicated, because at the end, if you don't have a tool anymore, at least you understand the concept, right? Not that everything is not done for you. You have to learn this, and I mean, I try to automate some stuff, but learning the back end of it is very critical for your success in dropshipping. But just in case something happened where, you know, all the tools are gone and you don't know what else to do, you can always do this manual stuff later on yourself. Okay, so yeah, I hope you enjoy that, and please leave a comment if you have any questions. Bye.